The carefully planned ambush couldn't have provided a grimmer welcome to the battalion, who started their 6th tour of service in Northern Ireland on Tuesday. It was 6:30 yesterday evening when a convoy of 2 vehicles turned into this road from the Falls. In the leading vehicle, a Land Rover, was the padre of the battalion, and behind him, in a 4-ton truck, were a number of soldiers, including the regiment's commanding officer.
Well, it was a very well set up ambush, in fact, and the Land Rover, which was carrying Priest, in fact in civilian clothes, with his black front on, was in front with the 4-tonner behind, and they waited, in fact, until they got a long shot down a road, so they go straight into the back of the 4-tonner, and then opened up with 5 shots from an Armalite rifle.
And where were you exactly?
Well, I was sitting, in fact, in the middle of the back of the 4-tonner.
And the 2 privates?
And the 2 privates were, in fact, one was to one side of me and one was just behind me.
Did you realise that they both had been fatally wounded?
Well, one was obviously had been fatally wounded, and the other one, in fact, we gave first aid to, and our doctor was absolutely first class, got there very, very quickly indeed. He was tremendous. But he, in fact, died on the operating table.
What did the other soldiers do then?
Well, the other soldiers were first class too, because the reactions were very good. The battalions had 6 weeks of first class training, and their reactions were very quick indeed. And in fact, the soldier beside me had already got his shots back at the window as the last round from the gunman finished.
Do you think you're going to get the gunman?
Well, I've only literally just got back myself, so I haven't had a chance to get in and find out what's happening yet, but I expect we'll pick him up.
Did this attack take you by surprise? Because after all, there have been very few fatalities with soldiers recent months.
Yes, I think one's always slightly surprised when one gets shot at, but of course we were prepared for it and we've trained for it, and it was the classic situation that we have been training for.
Do you think you're now going to be in a higher state of alert for the rest of the tour, which has only now just begun?
Well, there's no question of not being in the top state of alert. As I say, the soldiers have been trained right to a peak when they came out here, and of course, if anything, they're more alert during their first